This season, the Jacksonville Jaguars were extremely disappointing, so today I'm going to be giving myself 4 seasons to rebuild the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the goal is to win them a Super Bowl. But as you're about to see, I mean, if you ask me, I honestly feel like this team that we have right now really isn't that bad. Because by the looks of it, we do definitely have some very solid pieces on the offense. I feel like Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be a superstar, and on the other hand, the Jags also have a pretty solid defense. I mean, we can definitely work with this. With that being said, the AFC is pretty tough, so I don't know if we're going to be able to make the playoffs in week 1, but to start off the season, we got to play Miami. Miami does seem to have the momentum at the moment though, because we are down 10-0 in the third quarter, but if we can score a touchdown here, I mean, even a field goal, I guess, would put us right back in this thing. I also noticed that EA has not fixed the scoreboard glitch yet. I mean, I feel like that's really not a hard fix. I don't know what's taking them so long. But anyways, I guess that is going to be super annoying once again today. But it is third down after that pickup. We only need 1 yard, so I'm going to try and go for the tight end who does have the first down for us. I'm kind of surprised he got so much yardage there because I did not think he was going to stay up through all of that contact. But I'm going to keep it on the ground again, and it looks like ETN. Bro, we got caught. If he could have turned that corner without getting taken down there, he would have easily had the first. But either way, that is going to be a huge pickup right there from Kirk. That's going to put us in the red zone. So Jacksonville seems to be rolling on this drive. All we got to do now is get 13 yards and we're in for the score. It looks like ETN once again is going to get caught. I feel like we're getting close though. I mean, it was the same situation there. If we turn that corner properly, I honestly feel like that probably could have gone for a touchdown. But we are going to have Everett open once again. Or Ingram, sorry, not Everett. But either way, we only need 2 yards. So I'm going to try and punch it in with ETN. And this time it looks like he's going to be in for the score. I mean, we are still down by 3 points, but that touchdown will put us right back into this thing. And we did keep it close throughout the whole matchup, but unfortunately for us, it looks like Miami was able to hold us off for the 7-point win. So we are going to be starting off the season with an L. And as I said earlier, I mean, making the playoffs with the roster that we have right now definitely isn't impossible, but I don't think our chances are very high. And in year number 1, no surprise we were not able to make the playoffs, but we honestly did a little bit better than I was expecting because we were able to get 7 wins, which honestly might hurt us a bit in the long run, because if we had a terrible season, we would have had an earlier draft pick. But either way, to end off the season, it looks like Josh Allen is going to be winning MVP, and it looks like Josh Allen also ended up beating the Eagles in the Super Bowl with a 1-point win. But anyways, that's going to bring us to the first offseason of the video, and honestly, free agency could have been a bit better, but we did get 2 pretty solid pickups, because as you can see, I was able to bring in Levante David and Jeremy Chin, but after that we went to the draft, and I feel like we actually got some pretty good pickups, because in the first round I was able to get Cam Ward, who's going to be a 78 overall to start things off, so I think I'm going to sit him for his first season behind Trevor Lawrence. But after that, I honestly might trade Lawrence away. And then we also got Landon Jackson, who is another player I think is going to be pretty good for us, and we got Mason Taylor, and it looks like we definitely improved quite a bit in year number 2, because we're going to go 9-8, which is enough to put us in the playoffs. But we have a very tough game to start things off, because we have to play the Chiefs in Arrowhead. And honestly, if we can pull off the dub in this game, I feel like this would probably be one of the biggest upsets in NFL history. And the thing is, we actually have a chance to do that too, because we are definitely not out of this game right now. We're only down by 7 points, and that run from Lawrence is going to bring it all the way to the 44. So that's already a great start to the drive, and it looks like ETN is going to get a solid pickup. I'm going to go for another run with him to see if he can do the same thing, man. I mean, if we can get some blocks, we should be good. I mean, we're still 1 yard short of the first down, but the way that he's running right now, I feel like I'm probably good to just hand it off to him again, and this time he is barely gonna get the first. I probably wouldn't have ran it again if I knew it was gonna be that close, but it worked out for me, so I'm happy about it. I'm gonna try and go back for Ingram this time though, who looks to be open, and that is gonna go for a touchdown too. I mean, we had some really good blocks upfield, so that is gonna tie the game up at 21 apiece. But after that, no surprise, Mahomes stormed down the field. field and like instantly got himself back into scoring position. So we got to try and take them off here. I mean, holding them to 3 would definitely be nice, but honestly, my hopes are not set too high right now. I mean, Kansas City is at the 2-yard line. You already know how this is going to end, and it looks like they're going to be in for the touchdown. I mean, this game isn't over yet, but if we can't score on our next drive, we are definitely going to have a problem. I mean, on the bright side, we were able to get the ball all the way to the 15-yard line, but the game is on the line right now because it is 4th and 5. So if we can't pick up the first down here, this thing is over. It looks like we've got it though. And better yet, one more solid play honestly might be enough to tie the game up again. I mean, Mahomes is going to have tons of time to go down the field and score, but it looks like Thomas is in for the touchdown. So Jacksonville's putting up a fight, man. I mean, we are in this thing. And after that, we were actually able to send this game to overtime. And if Mahomes doesn't get the first down here, this thing is over because we scored on our first drive and it is 4th down. We were so close to getting the sack. I mean, I actually can't believe that he got the ball off there, man. This game should be over. We should have had him on the ground, but obviously KC is still alive, and that is going to tie the game up once again. And I really wish I could tell you that we went down the field and kicked the game-winning field goal after that, but obviously that is not what happened because Kansas City's defense got a stop and then Mahomes scored a touchdown. So even though we put up one hell of a fight, Kansas City is going to end our season, but the fact that we were able to hang around with them for that long tells me that this team definitely has a bright future. But for the second season in a row, it looks like Josh Allen's going to be winning MVP. And against all odds in the Super Bowl, it looks like the Carolina Panthers ended up beating the Bengals. I mean, Carolina had an 8-9 record, so the fact that they barely made the playoffs and won the Super Bowl is pretty crazy. But anyways, once again, we had a very solid free agency. I mean, I only got one player, but that one player was Jameson Williams, and I feel like he's going to take the offense to the next level. And after that, I was able to make a pretty big trade with the Seattle Seahawks. As you can see, I had to give up a first-round pick, but in return, we're going to get Ernest Jones, Tariq Woolen, and a 2nd and 3rd round pick for next season. And another position we're desperately in need for right now is a center. So I sent a 2nd round, 4th round, and 5th round pick to the Steelers for Zach Frazier. So as you can see, heading into year number 3, I feel like we honestly have one of the better offenses in the NFL, and it's a tough decision to make, but once again, I'm going to start Lawrence over Ward. And on the other hand, I mean, up to this point, we have built a very solid defense. And after all of the upgrades in the offseason, Jacksonville had their best season yet because they're going to go 12-5 to win the division. And winning the division came down to beating the Colts in the last week of the season, and it looks like we have a rematch against them in the wild card round. So far, it looks like it's been a pretty defense-heavy game because it's 10-7 in the 3rd quarter right now, but if we can score and take a 2-score lead here, that would be pretty good for the Jags. Because so far, I feel like our defense has been lights out today, but anyways, I'm going to try and go for Thomas here. That's going to be close. I almost got sacked. I mean, I'm happy I barely got the ball off there because if we got hit with the ball, that would have been probably a drive killer, but now we still have a chance to keep it alive, and Ingram is going to have the first down for us. And I am now just realizing that I forgot to change Williams' number, so I guess he's going to be rocking number 84 for this game. I'm going to try to change it after this. Hopefully I remember, but if not, hold on, we got to keep this on the ground. That's another decent pickup from Lawrence. But anyways, as I was saying, if I forget to change that number, it is probably going to throw me off all day. But I'm going to try and go for Ingram this time, who's locked up, but we do have our other tight end open. That was Taylor, the guy we drafted 2 seasons ago, so it's nice to see that he's getting some action. I'm gonna keep it on the ground again with ETN though, and it looks like he's gonna get caught pretty quickly. I'm also like kind of at a loss what I want to do with Cam Ward right now because I thought that Trevor Lawrence was gonna go downhill, and I figured I'd probably be trading him in a few seasons, but to my surprise, Lawrence has been getting better every year, so I'm probably going to end up keeping him if he plays well again this season, which it looks like he has been so far, and that's going to be another playoff touchdown from him as well. So that's going to make it a 2-score lead for Jacksonville, but unfortunately after that, it looks like the Colts were able to send this game to overtime, and both teams have already had a possession, so we got to find a way to somehow knock them out of field goal range here, but it looks like they're going to be going for it from the 32, so if we can't get a block, that is gonna end our season once again. I mean, I thought we were gonna at least get a playoff win this year, but it has definitely been a rough start for the Jags in this video. I mean, again, I'm happy that we at least made it to the playoffs, but considering the fact that we have one more season to get the job done and we have not even won a playoff game yet is a little bit alarming. But for the third year in a row, Josh Allen is gonna be winning MVP. I mean, this guy's been balling lately. And for the second time today, it looks like Josh Allen and the Bills were able to beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. But anyways, that's gonna bring us to the final offseason of the video, and we re-signed most of the players that we needed to keep. But as you can see, we are gonna be losing Devin Lloyd, which is definitely gonna be quite the hit for the defense. And since we only have one more season to get things done, I went out and made a blockbuster trade with the Baltimore Ravens. It was very expensive. I mean, it cost me 3 first-round picks and Cam Ward, but we are gonna bring in Lamar Jackson, who should instantly make this team the Super Bowl favorite. And obviously we lost Lloyd in the offseason too, so I need to find a new middle linebacker for the defense. And it cost me a second-round pick, but I feel like Henley should be a pretty solid pickup. But as you can see, heading into year number 3, this seems to be an absolutely loaded offense. We still have Lawrence as our backup as well, so our QB situation is top tier right now. And on the other hand, the defense is still looking like one of the better defenses in the league. And it looks like Lamar Jackson did not disappoint this season, because Jacksonville is going to go 13-4 to win the division, and we also got the #1 seed. And to start off the postseason, it looks like we're going to be playing the Steelers in the divisional round. I am a little nervous heading into this game though, because obviously we have a lot on the line. I mean, if we want to win a Super Bowl with this team and not have this video be a bust, we have to get it done now, and we still haven't won a playoff game yet. I mean, if we can't win the Super Bowl, I would at least like to win a playoff game, because this would be an absolute fail if we go the whole video and don't even win a single postseason matchup. We do currently have a 7-0 lead at the moment though, which is nice to see, because the Steelers defense is still one of the best defenses in the NFL right now. That was barely a first down, but Williams got there, so that's going to keep the drive alive for us. I'm going to try and go for a bit of a shot here. If this gets shut down, I might just go on the run, but we are going to have Thomas Jr. wide open, so that's going to bring us onto Pittsburgh's side of the field. I'm going to try something right here though, man. I mean, this is probably going to fail pretty miserably. I'm going to switch to play up actually, because they have all of their best players on the side of the field that I was going to try and run with Lamar Jackson, but either way, we're going to have the first down on the ground. I mean, I wasn't planning on keeping it on the ground again, but it's going to work out for us. So we're still here. I'm going to try and go back for, oh, dude, I could have had a touchdown. Wait, can we get that off? That's going to be Williams who's open, or sorry, Thomas Jr. And it looks like he's going to be in for the touchdown. So that's going to make it a 2-score lead for Jacksonville. Pittsburgh is definitely going to make us work in this game though, because after that, they were able to get the ball all the way down to the 4-yard line. So it's going to be pretty difficult to get a stop here. That was almost a touchdown. Obviously, Freiermuth wasn't able to hold on to it though, so we still have them held out right now, and it seems like everyone's locked up. We're gonna get a sack. I mean, it's only gonna be a 2-yard loss, but every bit helps at this point. So if we can get one more stop, I feel like they'll probably just take the field goal depending on where the ball's at. We are, oh, no way. I thought we had him there, but it looks like Freiermuth is gonna stay up through the contact. So that is gonna put the Steelers right back in this thing. But after that, it did not take us long to get going in the second half, because we've got the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line, and it looks like ETN is going to be in for the score. So once again, Jacksonville's going to be up by 2 scores, and Pittsburgh definitely made us work for it. But after that, we were able to hold on for the win. So it took us 4 seasons, but the Jags are finally going to win a playoff game. This is where the real test is going to begin though, because in the AFC Championship game, we have to play the Buffalo Bills. And so far, it looks like we have had Josh Allen held to no points, because we're up 10-0 in the 3rd quarter right now, but the Bills do start the half off with the ball. So, I mean, I feel like it's pretty crucial that we get a stop here. But anyways, they're going to keep it on the ground with Cook again, and it looks like he's just short. I mean, I'm going to send a blitz. If he gets away, we might be screwed here, but they only need a couple of inches. So he's definitely going to keep this on the ground with Cook. and it looks like he is going to have the first down, barely. I mean, the dream scenario right now would be if we can somehow come down with an interception, but I feel like Josh Allen's been balling out. He's won the MVP award like 3 seasons in a row up to this point, and I feel like he's probably going to be in a good position to win it once again because the Bills have had another phenomenal season because they're 13-4 as well. So if we didn't get the #1 seed, it would have been Buffalo. But anyways, that might be the pick that we needed right there. I didn't think he was actually going to throw an interception, but that's going to be a good return too. So Tyson Campbell is going to make a huge play for the defense, and now we have a chance to go up by 3 scores in the AFC Championship game, which would be massive for Jacksonville. That's almost a first down right there. Scratch that. I guess that was a first down. So that's going to bring it to the 42-yard line. This route might be a little bit risky, so I might end up keeping it on the ground with Lamar. But if Williams can get some separation, oh, he has it too. That's going to be a touchdown from JMO. We're going to be up by 17 points. I mean, Jacksonville is cooking right now. So as long as we don't choke this, we might actually be going to the Super Bowl. And it looks like we did not slow down after that. So we're going to take it 20-7, which is finally going to send the Jaguars to the Super Bowl. I mean, after the first 3 seasons, I was honestly starting to have doubts whether we would make it this far or not. But anyways, for the 4th season in a row, Josh Allen has won MVP, which is absolutely unreal. And in the Super Bowl, we're going up against the Bears, which is a team I really wasn't expecting to see. And after taking down Pittsburgh and Buffalo back to back, I thought Chicago was going to feel like an easy game, but obviously I kind of underestimated the Bears because we are currently losing by 3 points right now, but y'all can see the clock, bro. I mean, if we play this drive out properly, I feel like we have a chance to walk it off with a last-second touchdown. That was kind of close to being a sack, but we got it off. We had to work some Lamar Jackson magic there, but that's going to bring the ball to the 37-yard line. I am going to try and take my time, but I also don't want to let too much time run off of the clock. I mean, if we score here, I want to do it with around like 30 seconds to go in the game, but I'm going to try and go for Ingram this time, who is wide open. So that's going to be another first down for the Jags. I mean, I'm just going to keep running these 2 plays because they seem to keep working for me. We've let the clock run a little bit too much though, which I did just realize. I thought we had more time, but now I wouldn't say we have to rush, but I am going to have to start burning my timeouts after every play. So I'm going to try and go for Williams here, and hopefully he can get some separation. I feel like we did have a touchdown there, but I didn't go for it because I was too worried about throwing it and then it possibly getting picked off. But if we went for, I think it was Thomas there, that probably could have been a touchdown. But either way, that should be a first down at the very least. Thomas is going to be there. I mean, the clocks ran all the way down to 6 seconds. So I'm going to go for it one more time, but I really got to be quick here. I mean, I got to pretty much get the ball off instantly, or we can just run it with Lamar. I did not think that we were going to have a path to the end zone there, but that's going to give us the lead with 3 seconds left in the game. I mean, that was a little bit too close for comfort. I was not trying to let the clock run down as much as I did there, but either way, as long as we don't allow a touchdown in the next 3 seconds, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be your Super Bowl champions. I mean, that was a crazy playoff run. So obviously trading away Cam Ward for Lamar Jackson was a really good decision because I feel like he is the biggest reason that we actually got the job done. I don't want to say Trevor Lawrence wasn't capable of doing this because he was a really solid QB throughout this whole video, but obviously he is not as good as Lamar. And I got to give props to the defense too because they were also insane today. But as you can see to end off the video, Lamar Jackson and the Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna finally be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got my Instagram and all of that linked in my description. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.